Mets win, baby, 7-6 over the Colorado Rockies. And I'm not sounding as excited because, to be completely honest, this game aggravated me in many aspects. Just when it comes to the way that this game turned out and the fact that they had this one locked in the bag and then they surrendered the lead to the Rockies late. Yeah, they had the lead and then they surrendered to the Rockies late. I don't know why I thought it was a tie game for a second, but it wasn't a fun one to watch play out. It was nerve-wracking, and this bullpen is just absolutely abysmal. We'll talk about it, though. Before we do, be sure to leave a like on the video if you do enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Met fans. Turn on your notifications as well so you know when I upload. We are brought to you by Manscaped. They are the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Join over 6 million men worldwide who do trust Manscaped because you are helping yourself. You are helping girls out that, yeah, but you're helping yourself. You're helping girls out. Use code Python for 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Trust me, your balls will thank you. As well as check out TickPick if you want to go to a game anytime soon. TickPick is the way to go because there are no fees at the checkout page. So link is in the description if you want to check them out, as well as help me out along the way with that. But let's talk about this game. Kind of an interesting game. I mean, Bassett, first inning, he allows a single to start things off. Granted, I was a little mad with the way the umpire called this at bat because there was 2 pitches in the zone. The first pitch, I should say, was a strike. I at least thought so, but they ended up calling that one a ball, and it kind of changed the count. Or changed the count, obviously it did, but changed the dynamic of the at bat, which kind of pissed me off. But Bassett then had a clean inning outside of that. And the Mets offensively didn't really do anything. Neither did the Rockies. Until the bottom of the third, there wasn't really action. Brett Baty getting his first home run at Citi Field, and it is a moonshot to right field. And that makes it a 1-0 game. First pitch swinging there. And yeah, if Baty could do that, great. Would love it because I want him to stay up here. But still, I'm a little worried when it comes to Brett Baty staying up here in terms of that. And I'm seeing such, I just can't fathom some of the reactions that I'm seeing on Twitter where you have the crowd that just is despising Baty now all of a sudden and thinks he'll never do anything in the MLB. And then there's the side where it's like, no, he needs to be an everyday player in the MLB and he can't do anything wrong, this and that. Listen, I think being in the middle is the fairest ground personally, and that's where I am, where I wouldn't hate it if he stayed up here and would love for him to stay up here and keep playing some good baseball. But if they send him down, I think that it makes sense because you saw what happened with Ahmed Rosario. You saw what happened with Dominic Smith and all these other guys where they called them up way too early and it kind of hurt them towards the end. But Jace McCann then followed up with a single there, first pitch on the next at bat. Fortunately, Nimmo hit into a double play and Marte ended up grounding out there to end the inning. Fourth inning, Bassett got into a bit of a jam, allowing back-to-back singles, but gets Iglesias to go hit into a double play. And Mets offensively, I mean, Pete got a single. Outside of that, nothing really happening. Tyler Naquin has just not looked great. I know he had a better day yesterday, but still, I'm worried when it comes to Naquin. He doesn't even look like he's comfortable at the plate anymore. It looks like he's just swinging and everything. I don't know. It's just kind of an ugly look. Bassett with a clean 5th inning. Bottom of the 5th, Brett Baty lines out to lead things off. Jace McCann then with a single. How about him going 2 for 2 to start the day? And then Brandon Nimmo gets out. Starling Marte, though, with a 2 RBI triple. And it looked like this one was just going to be one RBI, but thankfully Marte, I should say Marte got to the back of the wall there, but it ended up going to the back of the wall. So Marte was able to leg out a triple and score 2 runs to make it 3-0. 6th inning. Unfortunately, Bassett got into a lot of trouble here as he allows a single to lead things off and then walks Ryan McMahon. That would get Jeremy Hefner to go out and pay a visit. But unfortunately, you have Brandon Rogers hit a double, which almost ended up being a home run, just an inch too low, I should say, of being a home run, which thankfully it wasn't. Granted, I mean, it didn't matter because CJ Cron then ended up getting a single to drive in the run to tie things at 3. Thankfully, Bassett then got out of the remainder of the jam there. And then the Rockies went to their bullpen, the bottom of the 6th, which Darren Ruff then came in for Tyler Naquin with 1 away already, and he ended up walking to start things. McNeil with a single, and then Mark Canha with a RBI double to make things 4-3. Unfortunately, McNeil can cross the plate, and people are questioning should he have been sent or not. And to be fair, it took the perfect throw to get him out there, so I can't blame Joey Cora there necessarily for sending McNeil. I think that it was just a close play, first of all. Second, it was a perfect throw, and that's what it took to get it done. And yeah, it just didn't end up working out in the Mets' favor. 7th inning, I was surprised to see Bassett go back out there, but it ended up working out. And then Lamet came in for the Rockies, and he has a clean inning. 8th inning, Bassett stays out there, gets the first out, no trouble. Then allows a single to Blackman, and then allows a single to Cron. Hits Iglesias, and all of a sudden it is bases loaded with 1 out, and strikes out Grichuk, allows, or no, he doesn't, I should say, because Michael Givens came in before. I don't know why I completely skipped that. After the Blackman single, he came in. CJ Cron allows a single, and then he hits Iglesias, gets a strikeout on Grichuk, and then for whatever reason elects to go to his fastball again instead of throwing a slider to allow a double to Elias Diaz to make it a 6-4 game. And all of a sudden, yeah, this bullpen sucks. Bullpen sucks, and people are trying to fault Buck for bringing Michael Givens in. Who'd you want in? Who did you want in the game? I'm waiting, because I can tell you right now, unless it was Edwin Diaz that you answered and you want him to get multiple outs, your answer is not reasonable, because who's to say they wouldn't have allowed a run? They've all been shaky, everyone else in the bullpen. And even with Diaz, he pitched yesterday. You're not having him pitch multiple outs today. So no matter what your answer was, it was unreasonable. But thankfully, the Mets in the bottom of the 8th ended up responding back-to-back strikeouts, but with 2 outs, the Mets actually get something going. Darren Ruff, thankfully, gets on because of an error from Ryan McMahon. So that changed the entire inning, because otherwise, yeah, we're probably talking about a different game. Jeff McNeil then with a single. Mark Canha gets an RBI double. Hallelujah. Can you say it with me? And Mark Canha just continues to be clutch for this team. Ties the game. 9th inning, Diaz comes in, and he had a pretty good inning. Unfortunately, allowed that double to McMahon, but it was weird. It went off his leg. Pete Alonso couldn't get to it. Not going to fault him for that. Diaz, he certainly looked like the Edwin Diaz we usually see. His slider was effective tonight. He was definitely looking a lot better than we've seen in the past 2 outings. So it was nice to see that. Bogey then comes in the pitch, hit to start the inning, grounds out. Nimmo with a 4-pitch walk. Marte then hit. Lindor lines out. Sam Hillard, which is a ridiculous catch there. So you just got to tip your cap there. Granted, I would have been pissed if we lost this game and that catch changed it. But Pete Alonso ends up getting the game-winning RBI single to win it. So we don't have to talk about a loss. 7-6 is your final score. 11-10 in favor of the Rockies for hits. And they had an error while the Mets didn't. Bassett's final line, 7 1/3 with 8 hits allowed, 4 earned runs, a walk, and a strikeout. Not enough strikeouts, which was weird considering he had a low pitch count in those innings. Probably could have did a complete game had he not allowed a run like he usually has been lately. But unfortunately, that just ended up being the case, and he got into a bit of trouble, so he couldn't throw a complete game. But either way, I'm very happy with Bassett's performance, I will say. Granted, he didn't look sharp at times. I'm happy with how many innings he gave, I should say. So I'm happy with the innings, not happy necessarily with the overall performance. I guess I could say that. And then 1 earned run he didn't even deserve, because Michael Givens, 2 earned runs, 2 hits allowed, 1 strikeout. He is awful. He's not good. And this team clearly needed more bullpen help at the deadline. Neglected it. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Diaz, 1 weird hit allowed. So putting a slight asterisk on that 1 hit, getting a strikeout. Diaz looked great. And then for the lineup, Nimmo 0 for 4 with a walk. Not too great there. Marte 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Solid day at the plate for Marte. Lindor 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Big yikes. Alonso 2 for 5 with 2 hits and an RBI. Solid day for Pete. Naquin 0 for 2, struck out twice. Looks lost at the plate, and I understand you wanted to give Vogie a day off, but Tyler Naquin cannot be playing. You should have just waited the extra day for tomorrow, because either way, Darren Ruff is going to play tomorrow, so I don't understand why they didn't just wait for tomorrow with the lefty on the bump. But whatever. Tyler Naquin is just... yeah. Anyway, Darren Ruff 0 for 2 with a walk. Okay day. I'm not that big of a fan of the way Darren Ruff's been playing, but you guys have known since the deadline that I wasn't a fan of the acquisition, but that's a whole other discussion. McNeil going 2 for 4 with 2 hits and a walk. No, why did I read that wrong? I started reading I read the walk above from Darren Ruff, but McNeil went 2 for 4. That is true, and he struck out once. Very good day for Jeff McNeil, and yeah, continues to do things. But Mark Canha, easily the best of the day, going 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Can't say enough. He's coming up clutch. All of a sudden, someone tweeted, I forgot who, but I'd give them credit. All of a sudden, becoming Wilmer Flores 2.0 here, and you gotta love it. Beatty going 1 for 4 with an RBI. Love to see that home run there. McCann going 2 for 3. Solid day for him. Struck out once, but solid day. And then Vogie, unfortunately, 0-4 in his 1 plate appearance. But we got to talk about this bullpen, because the lineup was great. But today, the bullpen, unfortunate that you had this close of a game, because you're playing the Rockies, you should be beating them. So from Tim Healy, since the All-Star break, Edwin Diaz with a .75 ERA, .58 whip, 7.33 strikeouts per walk. All other Met relievers minus Darren Ruff, 4.91 ERA, 1.50 whip, 2.73 strikeouts per walk. You see the problem here. This bullpen sucks. It's like 2019 all over again, where you had Justin Wilson, Seth Lugo, and that was it. They need to get it together. I don't know what else to say, but they need to get it together. It's not like they could go out there and acquire anyone. It's bad. It's bad. And I don't know what else to say, but it's bad. This bullpen needs to find a way to get it together. And it's aggravating that I have to watch this team play close games against the Colorado Rockies when they should just be absolutely beating the shit out of them. Just embarrassing. But tomorrow you have David Peterson versus Kyle Freeland. The battle of the lefties on the mound. So it's going to be interesting to see what the lineup is tomorrow. Can't lie, because I wonder how they're going to get Ruff into the lineup here. I mean, does Ruff get a look in the outfield? Or is Vogie going to sit a second day just because of that hamstring? They're trying to be a little more careful with him. I don't know, but I'll take the win because, again, the Braves are right behind us. But this bullpen is aggravating me. And I just don't understand why people are neglecting it. Don't understand it. And then the lineup also, it still is pretty much the same from before the deadline. They need a difference maker bat. And it was inevitable. And I mean, none of the guys that got the deadline really contributed today, except for Darren Ruff getting a kind of fluky. Well, he didn't even get a hit. He got on because of an error. But please have a stress-free game tomorrow. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. First pitch at 7 o'clock. Yeah, because the afternoon game's Sunday since it's a 4-game set. But go in there. Just go win tomorrow. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Braves up 5-1. The Cardinals, of course. Yeah, the Braves aren't losing, so you need to keep winning. And I'm terrified for this Dodgers series. Oh boy, am I terrified. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, leave a like. Subscribe if you guys are new. Turn on your notifications. I'll see you in the next one. Let's go, Mets, baby.